Hey, small group leaders, Kyle Rogers here. Welcome to 7 minutes or less of what's going on that perhaps you need to know about. Just want to take a minute and affirm you and thank you for your diligence as we have moved through experiencing God, your small groups. So many of you are meeting with greater frequency. And what I'm hearing all the time is, wow, this is really good. We're building a tribe. We're growing together. We're knowing each other better. And I know we're 7 weeks, beginning our 8th week, and I know in my small group it's just been wonderful. The other thing today, I'm delighted to have our youth guys with us, and I love these guys. This is going to be really good. It's going to be really good, right?
Really good.
Yeah, it's going to be really good. But you have answered the call. We're 2 weeks just finishing up spring break, and so many of you have jumped in and invested into the lives of our children and our students, and just want to say thank you. You do that on a weekly basis, and there is an agenda here. I'm just going to just be frank. So we're coming out of stones of remembrance and crisis of belief in experiencing God. And, when those guys grabbed those stones from the Jordan River to carry them and place them in different places so they could look back and remember where God just showed himself in magnificent ways, looking back, helping in the future, looking back often strengthens us for the future as it relates to God doing spiritual, wonderful things in our lives. And so, to me, there's been no greater memorial in my life than all of the years I have been blessed and opportune to go to camp. I mean, God is just, and he continues to speak into my life. And one of my very best friends in life now became a born-again believer in Jesus last year at camp. And I mean, there's just so much to it. And frankly, we just need a little help. So I'm going to let these guys talk, and they're going to share with you what our needs are, and then we'll just finish up here. Go ahead, guys.
Hey everyone, my name's Brian. I'm the high school minister here at Stonegate, and
I'm Chase. I'm the junior high minister here at Stonegate.
Yeah, and so we wanted to approach you guys and let you know of an opportunity to serve. We know you have been going through experiencing God the same as everyone else, and it has been a great journey together, and we still have some more of that journey to cover ourselves. But at the end of that, at the end of this journey of experiencing God and all the experiences that we've had with him through this together, we really want to press into the next generation, and we really want to help the next generation experience God as well, because they are not going through the booklet the same way we as adults are. And one of our biggest opportunities for outreach in the community as a whole is through camp. We average on Wednesday nights anywhere between 300 and 400 students. And camp, we usually bring about 1,200. So that's 3 or 4 times the numbers. And so it is a great opportunity to reach the next generation and help them experience God. And to be completely honest with you all, we need help. 1,200 students, Chase and I and Kyle can't reach 1,200 students on a personal level. And we really need help to reach this next generation and help them experience God for themselves.
Yeah, and I think, a big thing that we've been discussing through these weeks is really the idea, as Patrick and the elders have said from stage, just where God is at work, are we going to be available to join him where he's working? And there's no question that God works at camp. Like as Kyle and Brian have said, I mean, God does amazing things every year at camp, and we want you to be part of that with us. And so we still, I'll be honest, we still need a lot of both male and female small group leaders. And the great thing about camp, too, is not only is it an amazing time for the students to have fun, build new friendships, and also to experience God, but also leaders, too, get a whole lot out of it. It's a great week, just rewarding time, and just to see all that God is doing through camp. And so we want you to be part of that. A few details to know. The dates are June 3rd through the 8th. And to sign up, you can go to stonegatefellowship.com/camp. And all the details are online. You can sign up there, go on social media, post that link for your friends. Whatever you can do to get the word out. We invite you to be a part of what God is doing. And our prayer is that as we continue this study, that we'll just be available to see where God is at work and to join Him there. And again, as we've said, God is certainly at work at camp, and we hope that you will join us this summer and just see for yourself all the great things that happen in New Mexico.
Yeah, I was telling these guys, so many of you go to camp every year. I mean, you're a part of the choir. Mm-hmm. We're preaching to the choir a little bit. But where you could help us and invigorate your small group people into having some really great memories too. There's not a question whether God's going to be at work on the campus of Glorieta in New Mexico. I mean, God's going to be there. Jesus himself modeled camp. He often went to a mountain to get away and even focus on his relationship with God. And so what we're asking you, I know most of you are coming. What about pushing it for the next 6 or 7 weeks in your small group and just say, look, it's a need, number one. I mean, we just got to have this. But we have faith, and without faith, it's impossible to please God. That's that crisis of belief that we're studying even today as we move in our book. But God's going to provide, but He wants to do a work in some of your folks' lives. So, man, if you could stamp the approval in your small group about camp and just say, we're going, go with us. You guys could even have small group up there at camp. It might be 2 or 3 in the morning.
Sure.
I don't know when it's going to be, or anyways. And the other thing I wanted to say, this is one of those deals where, it's just like, oh, I don't know if I got it in me to go. And then you go and you wear yourself out for Jesus and for these kids. But when you come back, it's one of those things like, man, I'm so glad I went. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is something big in our life. So anyways, give us one more thing they need to know, and then we'll just talk with you. And these guys may show up or invite themselves to intrude into your group between now and then a little bit. So welcome them if they schedule a time to come.
Perfect. Well, again, Kyle, thank you for letting us kind of crash your weekly video session. But again, just some details. The deadline to sign up is March 31st. So I know that's not a whole lot of time. So as Patrick says, don't pray about it. Just sign up. God's at work. And so sign up online. Again, it's June 3rd through June 8th. Details are online at our website. And again, 2 weeks to sign up. So don't miss the chance to see where God's at work. We want you to join us.
And if you're asking questions like, man, don't I have to take that class? There are a lot of check boxes we need to check before I can do something like that. There are, but we can get all of that done as a whole group. We usually take everyone who wants to serve at camp and haven't done next steps and all those steps that you need to enable to serve. We put everyone as a group and we get that done real quick. We do a crash course and everything, and everyone will be ready to go by the time camp comes around. So we just ask that you take a step of faith, some of you, and step forward and commit to serving the next generation. I know our next generation staff has been asking you for the past couple of weeks to help serve, and we thank you for that. And we're here again asking for more of your time and even your vacation time at work. But I promise you it's a huge blessing to the kids, and it's a huge blessing to your lives.
All right. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Sincerely. That's a sincere thanks. And we'll see you at church on Sunday. Come by and say hi. Okay? Love that. Bye.